Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back putting a positive spin on Spiral from the Book of Saw. As you certainly know by now, Positive Spin is a series in which Jason from Horrific Nightmares and I give positive reviews of universally hated films. They are not movie reviews in the traditional sense, but more or less an opportunity to specifically discuss what we like about each film. Positive Spin is plain and simply a way to combat all of the negativity. Spiral, which is the 9th film in the Saw franchise, receives a lot of negativity. With a score of 5.2 out of 10, Spiral is the lowest rated Saw movie. I know Jason is going to show his DVD edition of Spiral, so I was going to show either my Blu-ray or 4K release. But then I remembered I had another DVD release with different artwork, so I'm going with that. I really like this cover art. Spiral was released in 2021. At the time, it seemed to have gotten mixed reviews. A lot of people loved it, and a lot of people hated it. I guess that's reflected in the IMDb score. 5.2 is nearly right in the middle. Basically, people seem to be split on this one. Of course, we all know, though, the haters whine the loudest, so it seems like more people hate Spiral than love it. Although that's not really the case. Even still, Jason and I both felt this warranted a positive spin. We chose this weekend specifically because it's 4th of July weekend, and Spiral opens on 4th of July. That's the first positive I want to mention. The opening scene. The location is a summer carnival during a 4th of July parade. The first time I watched this, I was all in immediately because of that. I love carnival settings. It's also nice to have another horror movie set on Independence Day. I like that Darren Lynn Bousman returned to direct Spiral. He also directed Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. Chris Rock stars as Detective Zeke Banks, and he was also an executive producer on the film. That's a positive for me as well. I actually really like him in his role as Zeke. I know a lot of people said they couldn't take him seriously, but I find that sort of amusing. Movie fans don't like when actors and actresses are typecast in certain roles, but then they don't give them a chance when they try to take on a different kind of role. If the audience refuses to accept it, then how can an actor or actress prevent being typecast? I think Chris Rock did a great job. He's a huge fan of the Saw franchise, and it's really because of him that this movie was made. Rather than criticize him, I think horror fans should appreciate what he gave us. I really like the cast in general. Samuel L. Jackson plays Zeke's dad, and I love the relationship between Zeke and William Schenk, his partner. The pig mask is different in Spiral than the other Saw movies, as it should be, and it's awesome. There are some good jump scare scenes featuring it. Another thing I love that people hate about this movie is the different voice. Most people seem to want John Kramer's voice to be used in the videos, like in the other Saw movies. But that wouldn't make sense. The villain in Spiral is not John Kramer, so the voice should be different. I'm not quite sure why people don't understand that. It would make absolutely no sense to use John Kramer's voice. Spiral, in my opinion, has some of the best and most gruesome traps in the entire Saw franchise. The hot wax trap is literally one of my favorites. I like how the villain leaves body parts of each victim as clues, along with the painted spiral, seen here, of course. The villain in this one also sends gifts to Zeke at the police station. It's cool that Spiral is very much a cop crime mystery. It's a great cat and mouse tale. I really like the gritty city setting. Spiral has fantastic pacing. This is easily one of the most rewatchable in the franchise. I love how it connects to the other Saw movies, but it can also be watched without having seen any of them. Spiral works as a sequel and as a standalone film. I love the pig puppet instead of Billy, because again, this is not Jigsaw. It's a copycat, so it shouldn't be exactly the same. The movie was edited extremely well, and I like the villain's motive. Of course, Spiral also features the classic Saw theme. An updated version was composed for each new Saw film, and Zep 9 might be my favorite rendition of all. Seriously. Even more, I like how it's utilized in the movie. When it hits during that climactic scene, I get chills every single time I watch this. It's funny, Jason said the exact same thing while we were watching it. Chills. Speaking of the climax, the reveal is amazing, and that final trap is incredible. Typically, in a positive spin video, I don't go above and beyond to avoid spoilers. But in the case of Spiral, I've done my best not to give anything away. I'm sure there may be many of you who have avoided this sequel because of all the negativity it received. Well, I'm here to recommend you avoid it no longer. The Saw franchise is literally one of my favorite horror franchises. And Spiral is one of my favorite Saw movies overall. I truly feel this was just another case of people not getting exactly what they wanted, so they hate it. They seem to want more of the same, over and over and over again. But Spiral offers something different, while still remaining true to its roots. That's why it's called Spiral from the Book of Saw. It's definitely Saw 9, and I love what they did with it. In fact, the last time Jason and I ranked this franchise during a live stream, we both had it ranked at number 3. Meanwhile, it appears most others have it ranked either dead last or second to last. Mostly dead last though, and it's a shame, because I think this was brilliantly done. Of course, you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well to hear his thoughts on Spiral. What do you think of this hated Saw sequel? Comment below and let me know. And if you do hate it, please tell me why. Respectfully, of course. To which hated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.